this dude comes up to me. He's like, hey, it's my girl's birthday. She really wants to hear this Chapel Roan song. I'm like, who is that? This is like before Lollapalooza. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I don't have internet right now. I'm not going to play. It's the last 30 minutes. It's me. He's like, all right, whatever, bro. And I like go and check my request sheet. Bro, the meanest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's so funny too. I'd love to send you the screenshot of it. It's like the first one's like, it's my friend's birthday. Play Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan. Like, are you going to play Chapel Roan? So you're not going to play Chapel Roan? Sick fucking set, dude. Nobody's here. Like, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Then the next one is like, play Chapel Roan. I know your mom's so proud of you for this empty ass room or something like that. I'm like, damn, man. Yeah. Like, that's what these Chapel Roan fans are like. Like, I don't know if I like these guys.
Well, all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Very special guests on the couch today. My boy, the Portland Prophet.
I was waiting for these. What else you got? Come on.
The Duke of Dispensaries.
Oh, okay.
The Logan Square Liquidator.
Oh, all right.
My man, Lord Rockwell.
What's up? How are you?
A tall drink of water.
Something like that.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's a beautiful, still Halloween weekend.
I know it's crazy. Halloween weekend's over. It feels like Halloween's over, but it didn't even happen yet.
Yeah, you're right. Went to Home Goods a couple times, and all of the Halloween stuff is already gone. And Joann's Fabrics, you can't find anything Halloween. So
what were you looking for?
Oh, it wasn't what I was looking for. Let's be honest here.
You were dragged in there.
Oh,
we get dragged into those.
We got to make like deals. Like if she's going, and my wife Logan, if she's going to Michael's Home Goods or like I can handle Craft Warehouse, then I have to go to like Micro Center or Guitar Center or like GameStop to like even it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's a very like proportionate relationship on the errand runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find yourself in craft stores very often?
I feel that. No, my girl is an online shopper. Like I'm a mall walker.
Yeah.
She doesn't even want to walk around the mall. She's like, I just get mad because I want to buy everything and I can't. Like I don't even want to window shop.
Right.
I just want to cruise around the mall on foot patrol. She's not about it.
Totally. Yeah, man. It's a good time. It's a great season. I probably still have like a little bit of eyeliner. I was a Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day.
Nice.
So black suit, sort of red tie.
You get the perfect face for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But 4 people, nobody said Billy Joe. 4 people said Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, which is ironic because that was like my wife's first crush. So a full circle on that one.
She was loving that, huh?
Yeah, she was. How old were they? Trying to like gauge if they were like young people thinking I look like the My Chemical Romance guy or that. But yeah, I also just lost the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest. That was fun. I didn't go.
You do have a little Timmy in you.
Gotcha. I'd literally get that 3 times a week. Like it's like, all right, well, it's Friday. You know who you look like? Right on time.
Who hosted a Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest?
Oh, I didn't actually go. It was in New York.
Okay.
And yeah. Yeah, he pulled up. He showed up to it, and there was.
You know about this?
It was all over Instagram.
What? You don't know about this?
I have no idea. My algorithm is.
Which, by the way, the grand prize was $50.
$50. So shout out to my boy Sheldon and my boy Karan, who sent me $25 individually. So that's why I say I won.
You're still a winner.
Yeah, I'm still a winner. And I don't know. I get competitive about that kind of stuff. It's things I can't control, like how I look in my face. And so I'd just be like, all right, well, you may look more like him, but like check up, like let's play to 5, like I'm gonna dunk on you anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of playing games, you're a big Dungeons and Dragons guy.
Oh my god, I was hoping this was gonna get brought up. Absolutely, baby, absolutely.
I wish I could like speak more on it. I know nothing about it, but I was gonna see if maybe you knew anything about Magic the Gathering. Because that's my shit.
That's awesome. That's super cool. So it's all the same IP. Like Fibblethip is like a specific character on a Magic card that was like a big part of my D&D like campaign. Was like revolved around Fibblethip. Just like, but yeah, I don't play Magic the Gathering. There's people in my party who do. I play with like 4 or 5 guys depending on the night, and it's everything I need. I'd love it. I'd love to play Magic the Gathering because that's much more like combat based. Like turn based, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's all the same characters, it's all the same ideas, kind of. But it's just not. I just haven't watched those YouTube videos. You know what I mean? It's like it's for sure next on the list.
You don't know how to play.
Correct. I do not know how to play.
You could probably pick it up in
and like
15 minutes
before we start our D&D sessions. The dude who hosts it, Danny, I love you, and Mike, our DM, I love you too. He and they both play D&D or play Magic the Gathering against each other, and then they like come in. They're like, dude, I just whooped his ass.
Pumped up.
Yeah, dude, it's sweet, and I don't know, like. I like anything competitive. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like anything like that, and especially like the creativity of like I'm gonna build my own deck, almost like a USB stick. You know what I mean? And like depending on what's in front of me, I'll decide what is like the best thing to play for yourself. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
That is the illest part, and I never even thought about that. The correlation between like your music library and your Magic the Gathering library,
right?
And playing the right songs at the right time and playing the right cards at the right time,
right?
You kind of just blew my mind.
That's what I'm here for, baby. That's what I'm here for.
It's amazing. Well, now that we don't have any viewers because we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering, how'd you get into DJing, and how did you make your way from Portland to Chicago?
That's a great question.
Are you looking it up right now?
No, I talk a lot, and this is why I say I am trying to be prepared, because like I have what my buddy called it, like the dominoes, like the first domino that knocked the next one over and the next one over, and I'm just going to go through these quick because if I don't have this list in front of me, it's going to take forever. When I was in 8th grade, started DJing my brother's parties. Then I started selling concert tickets in Portland.
Well, hold on. Before we knock over all the dominoes, 8th grade was what for you? What year?
2007 and 2008.
Okay, so controllers are out. Are you on a controller?
No, this was iTunes, baby. This was iTunes.
Oh, you're just playing music.
Yeah, I'm playing music. I could only hang out with my brother if I was doing one of two things: either DJing, playing music for his friends, or making food for him when they were stoned.
Okay.
So like, pick your. I didn't become a chef, so here we are, and so started doing that, and it was just. And I remember the first time that I'm in the corner. I'm like in 8th grade. My brother's 3 years older than me, so they were juniors in high school. There was a couple senior girls, and the one bad one was complaining, "Hey, he's not playing anything, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And so she told a friend, and the friend told me, said, if you don't play The Bay by Zion I, all these girls are going to leave. And I was like, okay. So I go on LimeWire at that point, download it as fast as I can, don't even know what it is, and just hit press play. And like the whole room changed. And like everybody's like looking at this one white girl from fucking Hillsboro, Oregon, who knows every single word to a Bay Area song. You know what I mean? And like it just changed everything. I was like, okay, I get it. Like she feels like she's a part of the party. This is my strategy. Not to be corny, but like this is what I want to do. I want to make people feel comfortable by playing music. And if I can do that like directly and have somebody just tell me what you want to hear, and I can provide that. And the more clear you are, and the easier my job becomes, and the easier it is for you to have a good time. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So that happened. Then MySpace was still popping, and at that point I was like the music kid. You know, I had stolen Fruity Loops. I had Virtual DJ, and then I got like a Behringer BCD 3000 little controller thing that just like only worked with Virtual DJ. I was balling, let me tell you. No, and then started selling concert tickets for an agency called Chapters Alumni in Portland, and then that turned into me just like DJing for them. The first concert I ever DJ'd was for Mac Miller in 2011, and it was sold out, and like 1,400 people, and we do sound check. Huge shout out to my boy Il Chris, who was the one who like let me open for him. And then we finished sound check. They're like, well, we'll see you guys up here at 8. And I was like, well, doors open at 7. Who's going to be playing music from then to then? And I was like, well, nobody. I was just going to play a KRS-One Pandora thing. I was like, don't do that. I got it. So next thing I know, I'm like, oh God, I just went from like 15 minutes of stage time to like 2.5 hours for my first concert ever. So it's like sink or swim. Like, what are you going to do? Yeah. Like, I'm already at that point. So then that happened a couple more times. And then this is funny, now that all the Diddy stuff came out, there was a Bad Boy Records artist named I Am King Los. Incredible freestyler. He did a show in Portland, and I had one of these, but a Akai XR20. So it only had 12 pads, 3x4. And before the show, he's like, I ended up DJing his set because he didn't travel with the DJ. And he's like, how many instrumentals you got? And I'm like, I don't know, like 200. He's like, play whatever one you want, and I'm just going to rap on it. I'm like, all right, sick. So at the time, Yonkers was really popular. Played that. And then as the song's running, I'm like, holy shit, he's still rapping. It's still at that same tempo. And I built a beat behind him, and I could tell he was about to like pause, climax, like I could tell the cadence was coming. And then he like has some awesome punchline and like hit all these crashes. Then he like looks back at me and he's like, okay, white boy fucks. So signed on with him as a senior in high school. We opened up for Machine Gun Kelly in Toronto, Canada in like 2012, and did a couple shows that I flew out for, whatever. Fast forward, started doing track. I was a high jumper. I won state my senior year, and junior year we won as a team. Shout out Sunset. And then got a scholarship to jump at Portland State University, which is technically D1. I'll call it D1. And that whole time I was still DJing concerts, like all in Portland. So that's like 2012 to 2016, which is like a great time in hip hop. That's like Playboy Cardi's first times there, 21 Savage's first times, Trippie Redd, T Grizzly, like that whole era. One of my favorite eras of music. And started working at iHeartRadio, doing promotions for them. Let's fast forward, keep going. Graduated with my degree in marketing, and then got asked to go on tours with Xavier Wolf and Chris Travis. I don't know if you're familiar with them. It's like a Memphis shadow rap is what they called it at the time. And then that turned into Suicide Boys, which exploded. And so that first tour I did with Suicide Boys was when they were opening for Puya, which is a crazy sentence to say if you know that. And then, God, I hope I don't sound pretentious. But, and then after that, I got to do a full tour with Ski Master Slump God and Rob Banks at like 40 shows. And I was like, okay, cool. This is it. This is like what I want to do. If I go deaf tomorrow, I still have my marketing degree and I can like use that if I need to. But like enjoyed it as much as I could. Got to travel. First time I was ever in Chicago, I got to play at the Portage Theater, which was really cool. Rock Bottom Lounge as well on that tour. That all did their thing. Ski Mask is, now on tour with Don Tolliver, and they're at arenas. So shout out to them. And then once I'd finished that tour, I got to do like big venues in the Oregon area. Got to do like the amphitheaters, which was like a huge check off of my bucket list. And then my manager, the dude who I initially saw those Mac Miller concert tickets for, ended up just turning into my agent essentially, and just like selling me around, shopping me around. And he ended up meeting Ugly God's manager and agent. And then they were like, here's a chance. Don't fuck it up. It's like, yes, sir. I will not fuck this up. And so we did one show and then it just like clicked. You know what I mean? Ugly God and I were just locked in. And intelligent, beautiful person. So fucking funny. So fucking smart. And we just got to have so much fun for like 2.5 years. We got to play Rolling Loud twice. We got to do Made in America. I feel like I did it. You know what I mean? Like if I were to never DJ another show, I would be happy because I knew I took it to like that ceiling. Of course, I didn't get to do like Lollapalooza, Madison Square Garden, like Coachella and stuff like that. But like, I can't overindulge. You know what I mean? I'm super grateful, super thankful. It was a lot of hard work on my part. It was a lot of hard work on my wife too. You know what I mean? It's not easy doing all that kind of stuff. And I'm just so thankful. I can't express my gratitude enough for like those dominoes. You know what I mean? So that happened, and then COVID happened. I'm also skipping a little bit. I worked for iHeartRadio for about 5 years. I was on air in Washington, D.C. I did production for their alternative and country radio stations and their pop stations, and then was just like the promo hoe. I was the dude under the tent handing out stickers for like, dude, I've probably done close to like 1,000 events. All that to say, radio kind of fizzled out. Radio is just like plummeting into if you really want to look at it, it's not doing hot. Shout out to the people who have been able to do that. Like there's unions in place for that. And I really wish the best for them, but like I can't be waiting on radio anymore. And so I made that decision. So we moved to Chicago. My wife is getting her PhD in clinical psychology at UIC. Shout out to her whole cohort, just the most beautifully intelligent people I've ever met in my life. And it got to the point where after literally 26 denied applications to iHeartRadio and other radio stations, I was like, okay, I'm not going to wait for them anymore. Like, I'm going to do this on my own. So I started doing like little mixes, and then friends at the dispensary that I was working at were like, hey, I also bartend at this bar. We're throwing a birthday party. Do you want to do it? It's like, yes. So fast forward. So that was like March of 2021, a year after. So 2 months after that, got that residency at that place, which you and I talk about this, about how you could get a residency anywhere if you go 5 times. You know what I mean? 4 times to mingle, 5th time I'm DJing. You know what I mean? I think that's something that we have in common. We're just charismatic dudes. You know what I mean? We can read a room about that kind of stuff. And I always really respect your opinions about like the optics of things and stuff like that. I learn a lot from this podcast, and you can too. You should too. I
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Like I said it earlier when I was coming here, but I cannot thank you enough for this platform. This is a really cool thing. There's been a lot of really cool stories on this couch, and I'm just so happy to be here. I really thank you for this. So got that first residency at the place called The Native Dive Bar on Milwaukee Avenue, Fullerton in Milwaukee. It's a great time. Beautiful patio out there. They play a lot of like punk music and stuff, so they brought me in to kind of like do something a little bit farther left field. And so I had a couple open format nights, and then they were like, we think we want you to do 90s night. And my first initial reaction was like, I don't want to be put into that box. Like, I like 90s music. I get it. I can see the value in it, but like
90s what though?
Everything.
Anything 90s.
Anything 90s.
That's kind of raw.
It is. But I was scared because I just wasn't prepared for it initially. Okay. And that was my own like fault. Just like I just haven't dug deep enough into this genre, into this decade to see like what 90s house is like, what 90s of course, like we all know like Nirvana, Green Day, that kind of stuff, but like the second and third layer underneath that, especially when you're playing at a dive bar like The Native, where they have like vinyl nights all the time, and they really that crowd really likes deep cuts. They really like oh, well, this is the B-side to the C-side, and like, oh, I never would have thought you would have played that. And then like another group of people come in and they're like, why aren't you playing Chapel Roan? I'm like, it's 90s night. They're like, why aren't you playing Chapel Roan? I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's play it, and let's get these people drunk, and let's accomplish the goal that it is. So nobody gets mad when I really leave the 90s night, but I've had a lot of fun curating that first like 45 minutes of like, how much shit can I throw against the wall and see what's reaction is. James Hype is a huge inspiration to me, where he can use all 4 decks, and the controller I use only has 2 wheels but has 4 channels, and so I can take the drums from this, the acapella from this, the bass line from this, and then the thing from this, and next thing I know, I'm 4 decks in, and just like pray to God my sync doesn't fuck up. You know what I mean? So that like high risk, high reward is like super fun for me to do. And then just hit them where it hurts. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the words to, like, this is how we do it. And like understanding that like there's no new 90s music that comes out. So I just have to find like clever ways to like make it fresh again. Mm-hmm. So it's been challenging, but like super rewarding. And, that's a 6-hour DJ shift. You know what I mean? That's getting there at 9, leaving at 3.
That's a long ass shift.
It is long. But like that is like what I feel hard work feels like. You know what I mean? Playing music that I'm not inherently passionate about for a really long time, and playing for somebody else that's not me. You know what I mean? I heard you talking about the last 30 minutes should always be about you. And there's times where I get to do that in 90s, and there's times where I don't. But I don't know. I love Green Day. Like, I love Blink-182. I love Nirvana. I love all that deeper stuff on the surface level, too. And it's really rewarding to find, like, B-sides and C-sides that are exactly what I'm looking for, Mm-hmm. So that's The Native. Come smoke some weed in the back. It's a great place.
So you're still there. You still
there.
Hold that residency.
Still
when is that?
That is the second Friday of every month.
Okay.
Currently. Dope. Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got a couple questions.
Okay.
You get a 40 show tour with the Suicide Boys.
Ski Mask the Slump God.
With Ski Mask the Slump God, my bad. What does that look like from a DJ standpoint? You're DJing for Ski Mask like you're only on stage when he's on stage, or do you go out there first and warm him up for 10 minutes and then he comes out? Like, what is your exact job in under those circumstances?
Totally. Great question. It's funny. So they broke it up into two halves. I'm telling this quick stories to do it. The first half of the tour was like, so it was Rob Banks, Wi-Fi's Funeral, Ski Mask, the Slump God. Ski Mask made it the biggest out of all of them. So the first half of the tour, there's like 8 people who are just like there. They're like, oh yeah, I'm with Rob Banks, I'm rapping with him, but you know, like I only play one song, and then they're just like smoking cigarettes on the Sprinter, just taking a seat, not doing anything. So what I found myself to do was like, how do I make these other people's jobs easier? I'll fucking drive the van if I have to. I'll DJ every single person's sets. I'll DJ the local openers sets. I'll fucking shoot a video if you need me to. Like, this is where I want to be. So what do I have to do to make that happen? And in practice, what it really looked like was like from doors to close, it's me. I'm DJing that whole time. I'm curating from the doors opening to the doors ending. Twitter was still really, really, really big. And that was I was really excited when I thought about this. Tweet me what you want to hear. If you have a birthday, a request, or a shout out, like tweet it at me, follow me, and I will read it on there. And then it's just like like I said, that girl, I wouldn't have known to play The Bay by Zion I at that party when I was in 8th grade unless somebody told me that's what they wanted to hear. So it's this like interesting like dialogue of like, just tell me what you want to hear and I can make that happen. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so you're DJing that entire show.
Yeah. There might be some like buy-ons, like openers that are like touring with us, and they'll have their own DJ, their own setup and stuff like that. But yeah, no, sound check if they're going to it. I'm the first one out of the bus. I'm talking to the manager, trying to decide like what the vibe of the venue is. I'm also the designated white boy if we get pulled over in Salt Lake City and there's 2 cops in front of us and we're smoking weed in the van, and I have to tell these people like, chill out, like don't arrest us. This is literally the first night on tour. And then fast forward, so Rob Banks is Shaggy's son.
Okay.
So crazy story. So we get pulled over smoking weed, and then the cops like, what are you guys doing here? And we tell them, and I was like, oh, by the way, you know that song, like it wasn't me? He's like, yeah. He's like, that's that guy's son. He's like, whoa. And then like the whole vibe changed. You know what I mean? Like, and like that's just white privilege. You know what I mean? That's just being white, talking to cops in a predominantly black industry. You know what I mean? And like I would be scared of cops too in Salt Lake City if I was them. You know what I mean? So like it's just doing whatever makes people's jobs easier. And if that means like talking to the cop and having them not arrest our headliner, then that's what has to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's dope. Was money even a thought at that point? I mean, they ask, you know, you're an aspiring DJ and they say, hey, we want to take you on tour. Are you even thinking like, all right, how much am I going to get paid, or does it not matter? Are you still living at your parents' crib and it doesn't matter? You're like, I'm fulfilling my dreams. I don't give a fuck.
That's a great question. And that was definitely a sacrifice. I mean, I was getting paid, all transparency, $50 a night to DJ.
Yeah.
Like for 6 hours. But like they're paying for my hotel, they're paying for travel. Occasionally we get free stuff, and like I get to pay to have this great experience, you know what I mean? Sacrifice, if you will. And yes, I'm aware of the money, but like not in the moment. But I for sure, like our last 3 shows, so we started in like Seattle, Washington, went up, and then ended in Florida. And I remember like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get home. Like, thank God my fiance at the time is like, I got you. Like, don't worry. Like, we can handle this, whatever. I will make sure that you can get home. But I was like, yeah, like I had a blast. Like, I'm not really tripping about this. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get home, but I think bus tickets from Florida to Portland, Oregon are more than $50. So she helped me out with that. And then once we got to that point, I like I said, I'd be happy to do it again, but I don't like wake up thinking in the night like I need to be on the road again. I need to do this. I need to get after that. Like I feel content. I feel happy. Of course, I understand that like that is a lane for people, and I'm probably jealous at a certain level, but like I really like sleeping with my cat. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like having my cat right here, waking up next to my wife, and she's like, well, I have like 8 patients today that I get to go, you know, diagnose with all these things. And I'm like, I get to sell weed and I get to have a crazy customer, and that's about it. And then I come home and we start that same thing over again the next morning. And that's it just feels good to check that off my list. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've always been envious of the tour, the DJ tour life. Like I've always wanted to do that. I want to fucking roll around in a shitty van full of people that are just trying to make it, and like go to different cities and just eat pizza in the back of a fucking dive bar. You know what I mean? Like all that shit.
Yeah.
And the older I get, the more unattainable it seems, the more bills matter, the more like actual life that I'm building that I need to upkeep is happening. Like you got to do that shit when you're younger and don't give a fuck. Like,
Totally.
I wish that I would have done that. I still hope that someday I can jump on a tour with somebody. Maybe it won't be like I don't know. I feel like I just got to make it happen. Like I got to get some homies together and book 10 shows and rent an RV and just be like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I hear you. What do you think motivates that for you?
I love experiences. I kind of love being uncomfortable. I wanna just like, I want to execute an idea. I would say probably more than anything.
Yeah.
Is what drives me. I want to, like, something I think of that I want to do. I want to do it.
Yeah,
I want to
absolutely.
get it done.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's like something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, you're totally valid in that. And I think a lot of people feel the same way as you. I think a lot of people also envy what you have right now. You, bro, you got it, dude. You fucking got it.
I don't think so. I don't know. I can't think that way. I mean, if I thought that way, if anybody thought that way, I feel like they would just be
Me.
stagnant.
Yeah, no, I feel you. No, man, I can't let this go any further without like giving you your flowers about like your ability to go from one city back to another city and then come back here and find the foundation that you've built. You know what I mean? And dude, it's fucking sick. And it looks really good online. It looks really good here as I am right now. And there's parts of what you do that I envy. You know what I mean? Like you got it. You know what I mean? So like it's always like wanting what you don't have. You know what I mean? And that's
greener.
And that's fair. But like you got 2 cats, you got a sweet ass podcast, you got this NPC that hasn't been plugged in since fucking the Reagan era.
Got NPCs laying around.
Yeah, exactly. So I hear you. I feel you. I think that's a normal thing. We can go on tour if you want to. We can do it.
I was when I was in Houston, I was trying to convince the No Good Boys that we should do it, and I still think that it will happen one day. It'll be like I was kind of looking forward to like the Scum life.
Yeah.
It won't be as like dirty and thoughtless as like I don't have anything going on. I'm jumping in this van and like cruising around the country, which is what I really want.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'll be able to make it happen in some capacity.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sleeping in a hotel rather than in the back of a Sprinter.
Right.
But it'll happen in some way.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Absolutely. I feel that. And I don't think it's too late. I mean, shit, we could go on like a disc golf tour and just like you like why not? Like go post up at like a disc golf course and like play like 4 songs and we'll call it a concert.
I mean, for real, at this point, it would be way more dope. I think like I always imagine booking a club or something in every city. I think it'd be way more dope at this point to do a pop-up in every city.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. I mean, you got the mobile situation. I mean,
We'll steal the DJ firm's fucking truck. It's got the speakers in it and the gear and everything.
it's ours now.
We'll just boost it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think a big part. I mean, you talk about the Scum life though, but like I miss that, dude. I proposed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I proposed to my wife in 2016 when I was however old I was, and then went on tour in 2017. And so like I was like, I guarantee you, we could go to every state in this entire fucking city, in this entire country. And you're not going to find anybody as smart or as beautiful or as like cool as my wife. So like, I'm not entertaining these hoes. Like I'll drive you around if you want me to, but like, I'm not fucking with these hoes. Like, I'm not. It's like, y'all can, you know what I mean? But you know what else is interesting is that Ski Mask was 17 at that time.
Damn. Well, how old were you when you proposed?
I had just graduated college. I was like 23. I just turned 23 at that time.
See, that's a crazy thought to have even at that age, I feel like, for a man.
That's fair, but when you meet a woman, dude, it's over with.
I know that feeling only now at 34.
That's fair.
I wouldn't
Welcome
have
to the
been.
club.
I don't
That's
think
awesome.
I would have been able to feel that at 21.
It's almost it just feels right, and it would feel wrong to do anything else, and so it's like commit or not. Am I gonna want to do this whole shit again? Fuck no. Like, I love my wife's parents. I love my wife's family. I love my life that is her life, and her life that is my life, and like our life. And I was like, okay, I don't want anything better than this. And then I had an incredible opportunity to just have like what I considered the best proposal I could ever propose to her.
You did it on the Jumbotron, huh?
Pretty close. You know Amine, the rapper from Portland? Caroline.
I don't
Bad
think
thing,
so.
fine as hell, thick as fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he's from Portland. And he was in my stats class in college at Portland State University for like a week before he dropped out. And I got to DJ for him for, I don't know, give or take like 6-7 months. And we were close. I remember when he played that song, Caroline, for the first time, he said I was like the 10th person to hear it. He booked out a Portland State University music classroom that had really good AV. And so he just like plug his shit into that. And we just turned this big classroom into this studio essentially. And we would rehearse in there with him and Irv, AKA Pasque, one of the greatest guitarists and producers of all time. I'm such a big fan of both of those dudes. And he's like, I got this song and I think it's going to be pretty sweet. I was like, all right, play it. And it was Caroline for the first time. And I was like, oh, fuck.
It's a banger.
Oh, fuck. And so I was still doing track at that point. That was summer going into my senior year. And I had this interesting question where like, he's like, hey, I'm booking this show in Portland. I want you to DJ for me. It's on this day. And I was like, I have a track meet in San Diego that day. Like, let me talk to my coach. And I was like, hey, coach, is it okay if I skip this track meet to DJ for this rapper? And he's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. And I was like, all right. And I told him, like, hey, man, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's all good. I got another homie from Brooklyn or New York who happens to be Madison LSD. His now current DJ, also a fucking powerhouse. That dude is so fucking sick. And so that was like a really interesting point for me to be like, do I keep doing track and get a college degree I don't really give a fuck about, or do I like take a risk that's like all or nothing for one show to hopefully it turns into the next show and then the next show and the next show? It worked out well. I think it worked out for all parties. And I just can't be more thankful for that. You know what I mean? I'm super grateful and can't express my gratitude enough, and so cool to just like be a part of that and like watch that explode. So that happened, holy shit. And then I bought a ring for my wife, and Amine was having a show in Portland in December, and I texted him, was like, hey man, can I call you? I got a pretty serious question. He's like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, so I bought a ring for my wife. I want to know if it would match your show's vibe to propose on stage. He's like, yeah, of course, let's do it. So sure enough, dude, I'll show you the video here in a little bit, but I had my best friend, Brian, I love you, follow me around with a camera. And my wife was like, oh, this is normal. I'm like, no, it's not normal. And Kaylani goes up on stage and they perform a song, and then she comes off and he's like, oh yeah, before I play this last song that everybody wants to hear, I got my boy Rockwell wants to do some real thing, some real special. So I had Irving play Drugs You Should Try It, guitar riff from Travis Scott, a song that I literally fell in love with her too. And then I like asked the audience to help me ask her to marry me, and it was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted. And like, if that is like the start of our relationship, like it's not going to get any worse from that. You know what I mean? And so like keeping that momentum of just like doing dope shit, like taking risks, making moves, and just enjoying each other's time. And like at that point, I was like, I'm done looking. Like that is my point. Some people say it's like marriage, like when you sign the marriage license, that's when like you are together. But for me, that was me giving everything to her. being like, here we go. Like, this is what I got. This is a sold out room, the same room I did that Mac Miller concert on. I'm proposing my wife on right now. And it's just like too special not to, you know what I mean? So Abine, thank you again so much for that platform. Can't thank them enough. Dude, I love it. I love. I'm such an emotional person. I'm the first person at my homie's weddings crying because I'm just like, take care of my friend. I don't know, dude. I'm a lover. I'm an emotional piece of shit.
Yeah, I feel that. I respect that.
Yeah, thank you.
If I met you like 6 or 7 years ago, I'd probably call you gay.
Probably.
No, I'm kidding. But no, I respect it, and that's a dope ass story too. That's tight.
Thank you.
You have a video? Maybe if we get it to Diamond Cut, we could throw it up.
Diamond can cut it up.
Yeah.
We need to get Diamond cut a mic.
We have.
Oh,
one
you got
now.
one? Okay, cool. Turn them up. Turn them up. Yeah, no. Diamond, how you doing? You doing good over there, man?
I'm pretty good. Just obviously rolling over from the weekend, but
Halloween weekend got us all, bro.
I reckon you still got eyeliner in your creases too.
unfortunately I don't. I went as a priest, so
Oh.
a bit of water, if anything.
Right on. That's what's up. What'd you go as, or did you?
Me and my girl. I have a girl now. I have to
Saw
do
this.
couples costumes.
Saw this.
This is a thing apparently. But yeah, we did the Netflix show. Nobody Wants This. I was the hot rabbi, Adam Brody, and she was the shiksa, Kristen Bell.
Hell yeah.
It was fun.
Good.
It was good.
Did anybody get it?
Had that wig on all night.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was cool taking that off. Like it felt like usually at the end of the night I'll come home, I'll like take my jewelry off, I'll take my necklace off, my ring, my bracelet, and that feels like, all right, I'm done. I'm checked out. I no longer have to be a DJ, this fucking performer strategy, whatever. When I took that wig off, bro, it was like so freeing. It was incredible.
Go
Just
commando.
everything washed away. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, wigs
done.
fucked me up. I was a Ken's couple's costume, Barbie and Ken, the year before the movie came out, and I was wearing a blonde wig, and I was like, this sucks. I can't fucking do this. Like, I'm taking this picture, and then I'm taking this shit the fuck off. Like, I'm done. I can't handle wigs. That's just me, though. Yeah.
Wait, so you got to know my boy Harrison. Harrison is a wild boy from Houston that I met. He does lights, and he was here with the Suicide Boys. He's definitely been on tour with Slump God.
Okay.
And Amine for sure. I remember him every time I'd play a song, he'd be like, "Oh, dude, I was on tour with these guys. I did lights or
One
whatever."
of those, I love those kind of guys. Like,
Yeah.
like you play a song and they're just like biting their lip because they have this sweet ass story, dude. I feel them. Always tell those stories. I want to hear those stories. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I can't believe you don't know him.
I may.
You might by face or something.
Dude, my little cool era was so short. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, it was a little bottle rocket. Just
But you're not still in that scene. Like when the Suicide Boys were here a couple weeks ago, you weren't over at the concert and shit.
I mean, I'm with Suicide Boys specifically. No, they those dudes. Like I said, when I was watching them open up for Puya, and like the crowd after they finished would leave because they've already seen Puya 6 times in that same venue, which is a hustle. Like, a shout out to Puya. Puya is a huge part of so many people's careers. They like, I remember one time the last show I did with them was in Reno, and I wanted so bad to, like, this is my era of like, I need to get something from somebody. Like, I'm going to do this. I need to get something from them, from myself. Like, whether that's like a picture or like something. So I like had these really thoughtful interview questions, and then I interviewed Ruby with him, and he was super down. He was like, yeah, dude, oh, that's a good question, blah 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 blah, this blah 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 blah. And then I tried to interview Scrim, the other guy, and he was like, nah, man, we're not really doing interviews right now. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, no worries, whatever. And we're about to drive off, and the manager, Andrew Puya, such a badass, so dope. He comes up, he's like, where's Rockwell? I'm like, back here. He's like, yeah, dude, you got to delete all that interview stuff. Like, they're not doing interviews. You got to delete that audio clip. And I'm like, okay, like, God damn it, that was gonna be so sick. It was such a cool like dialogue. But I was like, okay, they're like already 4 levels past this like 400 person capacity venue in Reno, Nevada. Like they are so far past all of this. They get it, they see it, they're not going to change at all, and they're going to just have so much success just like compounded on top of each other. And I don't know, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, like, can I have this? Can I have that? It's more just like, hey, if you're in Chicago and if you want like, I don't know, a bunch of free weed or like a good time, or if you like need a place to stay, like I'm here to offer these things here for you with like no sense in a thing of return. And that's something that I see a lot that I wish I didn't, specifically in like the white boys who like, I know a guy in the hip hop industry are like, oh, like blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna do this and this and this. I'm gonna get him into the Nike employee store. I'm gonna get him into the Adidas employee store. And then we're gonna be best friends. And then they're always gonna hook me up. And anytime they're in town, I'm like, no, it doesn't fucking work like that. Like they're here for a job. They want to speak to as minimal people as they can. Some, I can't speak for all people. Just to like, get in, get out, dude. Like get this money and like keep it pushing, because like that's when like bad things happen, when like other people get like put into these circles that like haven't really been there before, and then they just start like embarrassing themselves. And like, trust me, I embarrassed myself so bad in front of like Travis Scott, like bad. Like
what'd you do? Well, let's fucking
dude,
let's put it on record here.
This was peak
Paint
Molly.
the picture for me.
Okay. God, peak Molly phase.
Okay.
I got to go to a show in LA, and was real booted up. And my wife and I were there, and Taco, Tyler the Creator's DJ, is talking to Chase B.
Taco, who acted in the Lil Dicky series, right?
Yes.
As L's the DJ.
Yeah.
Lil Dicky's DJ.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking about?
Taco. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Odd fucking Taco. He's, yeah, it's his Instagram name. He, icon. He like comes up and like starts talking to Chase B, and like he sees me and he's like, oh, what's up, man? I'm like, I'm like, remember the time we were in Portland and you saw that crack dealer and then blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yep. And then like all of them just like get up and like walk away. And I'm like, God damn it. That was fucking embarrassing.
And that was the drugs? I've never done Molly. I don't really know how it makes you act.
Yeah, it just got me so excited in like main character moment. You know what I mean? That time is coming past for me. I'm good on amphetamines. Something you don't do coke, do you?
I've never.
Either.
It scares me.
Scares me too.
I'd love to say that like I'm better than that, but I'm not. I'm terrified of it.
Well, you're better than it because you're terrified of it, I would argue.
I guess. But yeah, no, I have like, sometimes I just had like, it's been actually a minute since I've been offered cocaine, but when I was like super party boy mode, 2016 to 2020, like always partying, going out, I'm everywhere. I'm trying to fucking put stickers on girls' titties, all that shit. I would get offered coke all the time, and I'd always feel bad because I'd be like, oh, no. Like I'd make a weird face and people would be like, they'd feel like ashamed about them doing it and offering it to me, and I'm like, my bad. Like I don't want to make you feel like a piece of shit, but like
right.
That shit scares me.
Yeah. Why do you think it scares you?
Because I come from a long line of alcoholics, and I think it could be a problem. For sure.
Yeah, totally. Any vice is a problem. Shit, Magic the Gathering could be a problem if you fucking overindulge in it.
Yeah, I was probably addicted to Magic when I was a young boy.
That's fucking awesome. Chopping it up. That's awesome. Yeah, no, embarrassment is like a huge, it's the best way that I learn, honestly. It's like when I'm trying to like fit a song in that like is like a definer for me, you know what I mean? Like you could go to like these clubs and probably hear the same, I don't know, 150 songs, you know what I mean? But it's those ones that like stick out that are like a little bit more left field that I consider like character builders or like, you know, of the night. And if those like are not hitting at all, that's like embarrassing. It's like, okay, cool, last time I played this, it made me feel this way, and I'm not gonna do that, so I'm gonna avoid feeling this way, and I'm not gonna do that.
So if you play a track, it doesn't go over well, you feel embarrassed about it, you're done with that track, you'll never try it again?
It's not necessarily I'm done with it and never try it again. It's like, what did I do before that? Like what bridge didn't connect.
The setup wasn't there.
It's
what
either
could you play
that-
before to set it up better?
Right. But even that, like if I'm really trying to do one of those character builder things, I want it to hit like a fucking sucker punch. You know what I mean? I want like a good example is like that Levity song, Flip It. Flip, 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 boop, 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 boop. Not a lot of people have heard that, but like that is just like ear candy to me. And if I would have heard that for the first time, I'd be like, this is different. You know what I mean? And that's like what I look for. I try to like put myself in that. And if I play that and people are like, this, what the fuck's this cracker doing? Like, I don't know what that is. Then like, I can feel that, you know what I mean? But like, I think it doesn't, when we're DJing, we are in control of this room, especially when you're on a microphone. You are guiding this room. You can tell people a lot of either what to say or what to think with just like vocal contextualization, just like telling them things and stuff. And if I would have had a microphone in that situation, been like, this is going to fuck you guys up, put on your seatbelts and then play it so they're like ready for it. But if you're going from like, I don't know, Party in the USA to some like new bass music, it's probably not going to hit very hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's going to hit the wrong side, you know? Do you find yourself taking like genre risks like that ever?
I think it sort of depends where I'm at. And to be honest, that was more of a thing for me years ago.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in this different space as a DJ now, and I don't know if I like it.
Okay.
It feels good. I like it because it's going well.
Okay.
And I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
I do what I'm told.
Yeah.
I do what the crowd wants.
Of course.
I'm providing a great service in a nightclub.
For how many hours? What's your typical two
normal set's 2 hours, maybe 3, 2.5.
Jesus, what a life.
Yeah, that's great for sure. I won't deny that.
No, but that almost makes it way harder, I would argue. Sorry to interject.
No, it could go either way. I could speak on that too. But like I'm playing pop shit, I'm playing corny shit, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like years ago I pushed all that away. I'd hear someone play Pitbull and I'd be like, you're a fucking loser. Yeah, you know? Right. And now I'm that guy.
Yeah.
So it's working well, it's going well. I'm enjoying it. When the crowd is enjoying what I'm playing, that I enjoy that. I like that. It feels good. But I'm not taking huge risks, which I would do prior. I would do that a lot before. And I think because I had this other thing, right? I had this whole Send Nudes brand. It wasn't about being a DJ.
Right.
I knew I was a good DJ, so I didn't give a shit about DJing. And I'm looking at clubs that I want to play at, and Brody Jenner's playing at those clubs. And I'm like, he's not even a DJ.
Right.
It doesn't fucking matter.
But he'll sell tickets.
Yeah, he'll sell tickets. I'm like, I need to grow me, and then they'll want me there. Like,
Gotcha.
I don't have to be a great DJ for them to want me there. That's not what they want. They have Brody Jenner there.
Right.
Which now he's actually a great DJ.
Sure.
Or whoever plays for him. I don't know. I listened to one of his mixes on Rinse and Repeat Radio, and it's one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
But that was my attitude at the time. So it benefited me in the way of like, I'm up here performing. Everyone can see me having a good time. I got a girl on my shoulders, and I'm surrounded by bottle rats that want to fucking, it looks lit. So it doesn't really matter what I play.
Right.
Like, I don't give a shit. If I want to play some Usher at peak hour and I'm into it, they're into it.
Yeah, totally.
So like, I didn't have that anxiety of it because it didn't matter. I didn't give a fuck.
Gotcha.
Now I give a fuck. Now I'm like, that party boy shit's dead. I'm on to my grown and sexy era. I'm not that guy anymore. Era. I'm in my hat era. And
that shit was so funny. Great clip. You guys killed it on that one, man. That shit was so funny.
Thank you. But yeah, so now I'm thinking more musically. I'm like, I wanna be a good DJ. I want people to respect me for my DJing.
How do you do that?
So now I'm playing for the crowd. Okay.
But like you playing for the crowd, how are you doing things that play for like, what does that look like?
I'm playing the corny pop shit that I know that they want. And on one hand, it's cool. Like, we're in weird times right now for sure. The world's in an insane place. Everyone's at each other's throats. Nobody likes anybody's opinion that differs from theirs. And to get a bunch of people in a room on the same page, I feel like playing happy, corny, sing-along music that everybody knows is a good way to do that. And it brings joy to the room and to the people.
Opposed to
as opposed to like playing fucking
murder music.
Yeah, exactly. Like dark, deep 808s and fucking like get revved up and dreams and nightmares, and it's like you're bringing out like that fucking rage in people. Yeah. And Fiend I like.
Oh yeah, of course, but like that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that feels good to do that, and it's going well. But then I talked to a guy like White Shadow, and he's sitting here telling me, when I was in the clubs, I did whatever the fuck I wanted. I told people they wanted to make a request. I told them to go fuck themselves. And they told me, I just bought a bottle here. And he'd say, I don't give a fuck. Finish it. Go to the next spot and buy a bottle if you don't like what I'm doing here. Like, I'm doing me. Mm-hmm. I'm playing whatever the fuck I want. I'm playing the theme song from the Golden Girls. And this club's going off. So I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel like, damn, I need to tap into that. Like, I need to get back to like really being a DJ and giving the crowd what's inside of me.
Right.
And there's a balance, like, you know, I'm playing the corny. I'm playing the split that. Yeah, how do you split that? But also like I'm playing the corny pop shit, but I'm doing cool shit. I can scratch, I can loop, I can blend records, I could do all these things. That is giving them a piece of me. But I sometimes want to lean more back into like playing obscure shit.
Sure.
And taking those risks.
Yeah, totally.
Because you gotta take at least a couple. I mean, I'll do it every now and then, but it's a balance.
Yeah.
Like I go back and forth with it is what I'm trying to say. But I do really want to lean more into it.
Yeah, that's
I gotta stop being a pussy.
Well, I mean, but at the end of the day, like if it goes well, you'll feel great about it. But if you are gonna say fuck this person who just spent all this money that's essentially paying me, like if that doesn't go well, I would feel worse. Like if I try to be a rock star and if it doesn't work, feeling that bad is worse than like trying to accommodate and that going bad. You see what I mean? Because like then you're just like a loser by yourself versus like a loser with the entire room with you. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But like that's just like that's like why I think I like marketing, because like I want to know what people want and I want to give it to them in like cool packaging. You know what I mean? And like understand like, yeah, like are you playing Chapel Roan at those clubs? Yeah. That's hilarious to me because like it's so funny that that's just like where pop music is right now. You know what I mean?
Very exciting news. Brand new sponsor for the show. Shouts to Long Drink. They see the vision. If you guys like what's going on here, you got to go buy some Long Drink. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back. Check this out. All right, party people, you know how it is. Late nights, great music, and that perfect vibe. And what's a better way to elevate the night than with a refreshing drink in your hand? I'm talking about the Finnish Long Drink. If you haven't heard of it yet, the Long Drink is not just any drink. It's a legendary Finnish favorite that's been around since the 1952 Summer Games. It's a deliciously refreshing blend of premium liquor, natural grapefruit flavor, and just the right amount of carbonation. It's smooth, crisp, and perfect for any occasion, whether you're chilling with friends, getting the weekend started, or just winding down after a set. And the best part? It's super convenient. No need to be a mixologist. Just crack the can and you've got a perfectly mixed, ready-to-drink cocktail. Whether you're into the classic, zero, or strong, there's a Long Drink for everyone. So next time you're tuning into the show or spinning your own beats, grab a Long Drink and take your night to the next level, because good vibes deserve great drinks. Cheers to the perfect mix, music and Long Drink. Let's go, champ. Let's get back to the show. Thank you guys for watching. Shouts to Long Drink. Make sure you go grab one. Peace.
But I think the deeper part of it is that, like, shit, are you gonna play it? You know, like, are you gonna play it? Or you
play it?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play
enjoy
it.
because it's new to me, right? Like I
Sure.
used to hate it. I was the anti that guy. I'm like, you hear me DJ, you're gonna hear some shit that you're not gonna hear every other DJ play.
That's exactly what I thought too.
But I don't, and I don't. I get nervous because I don't think there's a crowd for that anymore. Like there's not. But I'm in terms of like, there's not a fucking line down the street of people waiting to get into the club to the point where I can play whatever I want and the room's not going to clear. You know what I'm saying? If you're at John Boy, there's a line down the street and that room is never going to clear. But they also have a very specific format. So you can't just go crazy and play whatever you want.
They know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah. And to DJ there, they want you to do a specific thing. And you can run some obscure tracks that fit within their genre, but you're not going to be able to play, you know, they don't want, I can't drop Crew Love there and have everyone go like, oh shit, when the fucking hits.
Yeah.
I just feel, I fear that like when I'm envying White Shadow and he's telling me about these times and I'm getting charged up thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be that guy. I'm ready for that. You know, when he was doing that, nightlife was fucking popping, bro. And I don't think you could clear a room if you wanted to. So you could take as many risks as you want. Now, if you're doing too much and you're not engaging enough for the club, you're going to get fired. But you're not going to clear the room, is what I'm saying. And today, you could clear a room and there's not a refill of people waiting to get in.
Yeah, you're right.
They'll go to the next spot. So to me, that's the main difference.
For sure. You have this really interesting philosophy that I'd really like to try to understand deeper. So you go to a gig and you do fine. Nothing bad went wrong, right? And then your partner comes home, or you're home and your partner's there and they say, how'd it go? And you have to think about it. And you're like, well, I don't know how it went because nothing went bad. I think I did as normally as ever. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like that kind of idea of like, well, nothing went bad. Nobody like was bitching about music I played. So like, I feel like if I do like an 85 or like, I'll call it 88% job, like a B plus, low B plus job to like a 95%, like A, mid A range, I can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing. I'm only going to know I did a really good job if it's like that 97, 98, 99, 100%, like I know I smashed it. So my question to you is like, how do you handle that? And like, do you care about that kind of stuff? Do you think about that at night? Like, I guess is my question.
It's sort of, I mean, it sort of depends on the night, how it went for me. And I feel like it's mostly judged off of what headspace I was in. Like, was I in my own head scrambling? Did I feel like I was scrambling the whole time? Or did I feel like I was in the moment and flowing and like I knew what songs to play when and everything just pieced together perfectly? Or am I overthinking it and I'm like, fuck, should I play this? Nah, I'm gonna play this. Nah, I'm gonna play this. And like now you're just in your head and you're not even in the room with these people.
Yeah.
You know, and when I feel like I did that for too long, I can't really even gauge how the night went because I wasn't fucking there.
Right.
I was in my head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And so and I assume that brings your perceived value of how well you did down.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't have fun. If I didn't have fun, I am the fun in that room. I'm projecting the fun onto everybody else. And if I wasn't even having fun, how the fuck did these people have fun?
Yeah,
you know?
that's a really I really like. Thank you. That answers my question. Is like that. Did I have fun? You know what I mean? To bring it back to Chapel Roan, I have a QR code on the back of my laptop that allows me to, if people like want to request or anything like that, they scan that, they fill out a Google form, whatever. The first time I ever heard anybody asking about Chapel Roan was on this thing. This person, it's like, I'm playing at Slippery Slope, like the place I care the most about. There's a fat line every time. It's a massive room. They're there to dance. And there's a lot of like entitlement that I work with there from some of the customers. Most of them are great, but there's always just like a few. And This dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, it's my girl's birthday. She really wants to hear this Chapel Roan song." I'm like, "Who is that?" This is like before Lollapalooza, which is pretty much the birth of most people understanding who and what she is. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I don't have internet right now. I'm not going to play. It's the last 30 minutes. It's me. I hope you like Mau P and Abo, because that's what I'm about to play for you. So, like, either get it or not. He's like, all right, whatever, bro. And I, like, go and check my request sheet. Bro, the meanest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's so funny, too. I'd love to send you the screenshot of it. It's like the first one's like, "It's my friend's birthday. Play Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan." Like, are you going to play Chapel Roan? So you're not going to play Chapel Roan?
It's just
Sick fucking set, dude. Nobody's here. Like, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Then the next one's like, "Play Chapel Roan. I know your mom's so proud of you for this empty ass room," or something like that. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's what these Chapel Roan fans are like. Like, I don't know if I like these guys. You know what I mean? And then, you know, now it is turned into like the song that I use. And I really want to ask you about this too. When the dance floor needs to take a breath and everybody's motion is so high, everybody's booming, everything's going, but they're not going to get another drink. Like, I sometimes will play that Chapel Roan because everybody knows the words. My crowds know all the words to all that. And once they're done singing that, it's at a really interesting point to like, do we rebuild the room from here, or do we like keep going up? Like, it's a really interesting thing. So I've started to value these like deep breath songs. You know what I mean? Songs that are just like, okay, like from the first note, you know what it is and you know every single word to it. And they're specifically designed to like switch the vibe up. Do you have any songs like that off the top of your head that you can name?
a song that kind of slows it down, but is still engaging for everybody and like
Makes people
captivates
want to
them.
be like, oh, okay, oh, all right, well, let's still be here for another 2 hours. Let's go get another drink.
Yeah.
Without it being like shots by LMFAO and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something that does that for the room. Let me try and think. I'm so bad for being a professional DJ on like remembering songs.
Oh,
without
that's
having
okay.
my
That's okay.
laptop in
That's
front
fair.
of me.
That's fair.
But
This 06 MacBook, it doesn't have Serato on it? What?
it does.
No, I
actually.
know it does. It's got Scratch Live on it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the OG joint. There is some shit on here that I want to pull off. I just have to find the power cord somewhere. Man.
So like my to interject,
Yeah, give me some
mine
of
would be
yours.
like Overnight Celebrity.
Okay.
Woo, 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 woo. That's like the perfect like okay, like I know these strings. Oh, and then like the beat comes in, the drums are really fulfilling, and it's like, okay, like it was a nice little break, and then like, okay, here we go again. You know what I mean? I feel like Rich Baby Daddy will be doing that in a couple years. You know what I mean? Once it's not like what people really want to hear all the time. But sorry to put you on the spot like that.
No,
but
it's
like,
fine. It's all good. But yeah, no, that helps a lot. There's a lot of songs that I'll try and slip in that vein that is a transition into R&B or a transition into some more sing-along type shit, less like high energy party shit, but still it's high energy in the sense of everybody is singing along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd probably have to say Flashing Lights by Kanye would probably
classic.
be one of them.
Classic.
Because it's like, it's good, but also people are like, all right, it's kind of old. We can go.
Kind of slow,
hit
too.
the bar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little slower.
That's a great answer.
All right. I'll give
Okay.
I'm good
Can
with
I
that.
give you another scenario? And I
Yeah,
want to
sure.
know what song you're playing. Mark Zuckerberg walks in.
Mark Zuckerberg walks into the club. What song am I playing? Shit. I don't even know if I'd pick a specific song for him.
You wouldn't?
I'd probably just get on the mic.
What are you saying?
What's up, Zuck? Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
You better buy some bottles with all that money.
Harvard. What about what are you playing? Say election night goes red and you're DJing at the club and a group of people with suits and red ties walk in. What's the first song you're playing?
America, fuck yeah.
Really not partying in the USA.
I was
Party in the USA.
born
Could
in
be
the USA, Bon
born
Jovi.
Springsteen.
What's the other one? Glad to be an American by.
You're dropping "Glad to Be an American" in the club.
Yeah.
You're fired.
One time I had to play that, I forgot. It was like an owner request, and I think it was like around like I don't know if it was Memorial Day or 4th of July.
Probably.
Yeah, can you play this? And I was like, what the hell is that?
Was that in Wrigley?
Yeah.
That's a Wrigley classic
Yeah,
for
and then
sure.
I had it downloaded and I played it and people were singing along to it. I was like, how do I not know this song? I must not be a true American apparently. So I was like, all right.
Guess
I'm
not,
like,
man.
I look Mexican too, so it's just like a Mexican guy dropping this song in Wrigley.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what we do it for. Gentrify, reverse gentrification, baby. That's what we're doing it for. All right.
Anyways, I play La Chona next afterwards.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you had to get it back.
What are you doing if there's so like I was an athlete, so it was always like I have to be better, specifically in track. Like we know who's going to be better by the end of this track meet. Either you jump over the bar and the bar's there, or you didn't jump high enough, you knocked the bar off, and I'm better than you, and you're not as good as me. With that same sort of competitive, do you feel competitive with DJs, other DJs?
Competitive in like the most friendly way, like an inspirational competitiveness, like the same way when I lived with my boys and they were just starting their businesses and I'm trying to go DJ full time and stop bartending, and we're all competing in getting our own lives. Like you see your boy doing better and you're like, I want to do better. I want to keep up with him.
Gotcha.
You know, like I'm not trying to be like, oh, I want to shit on this dude.
Yeah.
Like I would on a basketball court or
Right.
something.
Right.
But like when I'm getting ready to go on and the guy on before me is doing dope shit and I'm into it, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like, this is getting me ready.
Yeah.
Cool. I like this.
Yeah. Do you have a routine when you're like, all right, I'm warmed up, it's time to go, I want to show how good of a DJ I am? Do you have like a 3, 4, 5 song routine or any? Do you believe in routines?
Yeah. I got a couple tracks that I string together pretty often.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff like that for me is like scratching stuff that
totally. That's
I can scratch in.
Individual for sure. Yeah.
I like to do a lot of transitions in like low, like coming out of house music, going either into Bad Bunny at like 110 with his fucking hey at the beginning of every song he has.
Yeah.
You know, I'll scratch that in. Just dead like a solo, like the same way that like a drummer would just fucking solo, and then bring it down and drop that.
Yeah.
Or I'll do that with like Drake and Lil Baby. What's that song called?
Brand new whip got no
Yeah,
keys.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? I'm so
Yes,
bad.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Drake at the beginning of that has his little what does he say?
I gotta hear it now. But he says something.
I think he says yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
I think he says yeah, and I'll do that with that.
Just scratch the shit out of it.
Yeah, I'll come out, you know, I'm scratching at 128 or whatever, and then I'll kind of start to slow it down. Yeah. Bah. You know?
Interesting. Yeah, that's like 2 or 3 things all at once. If you can scratch and do like a tempo change like that, like effectively, and get it to the next song that you're looking, that's dope. You're fucking tight, dude. You're good at your job.
I appreciate it.
Do you feel like you're good?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
When do you feel
like
that?
I fucking suck.
But doesn't it feel good to be in a position to feel like you suck? Like, you can only, I don't want to say the free throw thing, but like, you can only get fired from a job that you have. You know what I mean? Like, you can only, you can only miss however many, you can't miss any shots you don't take. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you have to be in a position to do badly to feel like you did bad, but like just getting to that position is like worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Worth it to feel like you're bad. I don't know.
Or an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh, yeah, dude, you're fucking tight. I want to ask you about what's your ideal sponsor?
My ideal sponsor would
You got
be
Long Drink, man. That shit is tight.
We got Long Drink. Shouts to Long Drink.
Dude, shout out to that Papa set you did too. Or Propa set.
Yeah, Propa's a beast.
Dude,
that guy's an animal.
Insane, dude. You know who Liney is too?
I don't think so. Is he a Chicago guy?
Yeah. You know Ginger, right? Ginger Caps?
I don't think so.
He was in that video.
Okay.
But
I probably met him then.
Liney is just as dope, if not doper.
Sick.
Yeah. I loved watching that set. And it looked the brand looked really good. You know, it's like a really fucking sweet platform for you, for him, for the drink, for the guitarist to go crazy noodling too.
Yeah.
It looks really good. But
thank you.
What you gotta have like do you have like an obscure sponsorship that you would love to have?
A sponsorship, an obscure sponsorship that I'd love to have.
Raid Shadow Legends.
What?
Raid Shadow Legends.
What is that?
That game.
I don't even know what that is.
Rage? What? Really?
I'd take Rocket League.
Oh,
I want an Epic Game sponsorship by Rocket League. I
want
want my own car skin in Rocket League.
Yeah.
I'm not even a car guy. I don't know shit about cars. I don't even have a skin in Rocket League. I've been playing that game for years, and my brother has always asked me. He's like, you've never spent $1 on a skin. You've never customized anything. I'm like, no, I don't give a shit. Like, I just want to play the game.
Totally.
I don't give a fuck what my car looks like.
I feel that.
You
Yeah.
know?
Rocket League's it's funny because like, I think as far as DJs who game, Rocket League is like Mount Rushmore. Like all the, my homeboy Great Dane, who's an incredible EDM DJ, bass music dude, such a badass, and he's so good at Rocket League.
Really? I want to play him.
Dude, the learning curve on that
him out.
is just insane. Yeah, he wants to smoke, Dane.
I want the smoke.
Come
bro.
and get it, bro. Come and get it. The just games like that, especially even with Fortnite 2 specifically building, the learning curve is just insane. You know what I mean? You can be good, you're kind of good, and then you're not good at all.
Yes.
Because the next person is just doing flips on it. You know what I mean? And
yes,
I respect that a lot. It's a good answer. Rocket League,
it's my
sponsorship.
Shit. I've never really thought about like exactly what sponsors I'd love to have. It's more so just like someone who fucks with the vision, which is kind of what Long Drink was, bro. They were doing an event where I was DJing, and I ended up knowing the girl who was like putting the event together, Chicago-based chick, and I was like, damn, this shit's fire. Like, you guys need a DJ for these events and shit. Like, I would love to build more with you guys. And she was like, oh yeah, cool. Like, send me a proposal. So I had Chat GPT write a proposal. I gave it everything I wanted to put in.
Are they watching the podcast right now?
I hope
Probably.
so. And sent that to her, and she forwarded it to the right person. Shouts to Haley. She came through, connected me. And then like, I'm on a Zoom meeting with her boss and her, and we're just talking, and I'm telling them all the shit I'm doing, showing them like the bridge video we did where I was DJing on the bridge that Diamond Cut filmed. And I told them about the idea to do the Propa video at the pizza spot, Grandma Annie's with Charles, which is now the Dig Bipper.
Okay.
And they were like, yo, all that shit sounds cool. Like, we're going to take this and bring it to our bosses, and we'll get back to you. And they get back to me, and they're like, we have this much money to give you over the next 3 months. We'll do a trial. We love everything you're talking about. And to me, nothing is done until like the money's in the bank, right?
Yep,
like
absolutely.
they said like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I'm still reluctant to even tell people that it's happening. Some people like to make those announcements like
before it happens.
Before it happens, but like even in just like the talks of it potentially happening, you know, without even them saying like, yeah, we're locked in. I still didn't even think it was real, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm there, but the money's not there.
Yeah.
I don't even know, you know, how they're going to pay me, whatever. They just gave me a lump sum of money, and were like, okay, use this over the next 3 months. Like, I could have literally just taken that and been like, all right, fuck you guys. Like, I'm
Here
not
it
doing
is.
shit. And they gave me all of the money. And like, to me, that was the coolest shit, because they believe in the vision that I'm sitting on this Zoom call explaining to them. And that gives me so much hope.
Yeah.
For
and
like
validation, I hope.
Validation, but also just like, okay, these people are dope. They want the same things. We're on the same page. We're working together. like, fuck yeah, this
Yeah.
is sick.
Yeah. And how does that feel?
It feels good. And then I was at this event talking to Graham Funky, who's one half of the Captains of Industry, like super OG DJs.
Okay.
And he's telling me about all this stuff that Red Bull used to do. He used to travel around the world with this like Red Bull DJ team, because Red Bull was trying to do this and do that and shit. And I'm like, dude, all that stuff sounds so cool. And it sounds like exactly what this space needs. It's missing. Like nightlife is just not where it used to be. And we need cool stuff like that. So now I'm trying to think of like how I could pitch that same sort of DJ thing to Long Drink and get them in different markets and like all that shit. And I'm just excited, bro.
That's very exciting to hear. And I don't know, I could, from the first time you're like really excited to announce the new sponsor, I could feel it. I could see it. And it's just dope. Dude, your platform is sick. It's really cool. Once again, thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me tell my stories and stuff. And like, good on you, dude. Fucking, you're doing this shit. And congrats. I hope you realize how dope all this is. You know what I mean? And I just can't say it. You're cool enough, dude. You're fucking tight.
I appreciate it. It makes me a little uncomfortable, but thank you. It's hard to take a compliment.
Good.
I kind of want, like, I'm just so used to people being like, you're a fucking homo, you know? Like it just feels more normal to me for you to make fun of me. Makes me more comfortable.
I got those in the clip too.
Yeah.
Don't worry, baby.
Give me some of those at least, bro.
All right, well, tell me about what is a perfect rest day for you?
Perfect rest day is going to Midtown and fucking ripping it on the Stairmaster, throwing in a little rinse and repeat radio, ripping it to a good mix, sweating it out. Let me pull back. Getting high in the parking lot.
Oh yeah,
hitting
the bong in the F-150.
Yes, exactly. Shouts to Mr. Han.
That should.
Just getting.
I can say no to a joint, but a bong in the back of a Ford F-150 on Randolph?
Yeah,
hell no.
That shit was sick.
Nobody's saying no to that.
Yeah. So just getting uncomfortably high in the car.
Yeah.
Going to the gym, disappearing out of my body into the mix on the Stairmaster, ripping it, hitting the sauna, hitting the steam room, cold shower after. After that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I could do that, if I could spend 3 hours at the gym and just fucking sweat it all out, and reset, that's the perfect rest day.
Yeah, that was my question, like how you feel reset, and it sounds like it's a physical thing for you.
For sure, yeah,
totally.
And as you can tell by my fat face right now, I haven't been to Midtown, so okay. I need to get back in there.
Ain't been to Midtown, but you've been downtown for sure.
I've been downtown, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's
there's no rest downtown.
No, hell no. Definitely not. Oh man, hell yeah. I think rest is really important, especially for. How's your hearing?
My hearing's terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever wear earplugs?
I wear my earplugs when I'm not DJing.
Ah.
It's tough. I should wear them when I'm DJing, and I have before, and you can get used to it, and it's fine.
You just got to do it at the start of the night.
First
First song.
Yeah. And and there's a little clunky for me. Sometimes it just feels like you're DJing from the next room. It feels like you're in a different room and you can like kind of hear the music and you're DJing from there. But once you get acclimated, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I'm always like, I don't want to start my set in a lower
decibel value. Yeah.
Not even decibel value, but skill level than I think I'm at. Because it's harder to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to start my set as strong as possible.
Totally. Dropping bombs.
I don't want to start it impeded with these earplugs in.
Right. Do you find yourself DJing to empty rooms when you start? Like, are you ever starting with an empty room, or is it typically in those 2-hour sets typically you have an opener?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time I opened up? I do love opening. Opening's nice because you get to set yourself up exactly how you want.
Yeah, totally. I think it's easier to do that. I would rather be comfortable in a 6-hour set than try to like fill in the blanks for a 2-hour set. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what the fuck that opener did or didn't play. I don't know how long this hammered group has been here. Like, are they one drink away from blacking out, or did they just get here on the pregame? They're going to be here all night. They're taking like suspicious trips to the bathroom and doing cartwheels down the hallway back. Like, what's going on? And I think headliner DJs, like, it's got to be hard. I've only done it 2 or 3 times here in Chicago, and it's for me, my strategy is like throw as much shit against the wall, see what sticks. Find if they're like, oh, if this My Chemical Romance song worked, like, okay, bet we can go from there to like all this other stuff. And like, but like, oh man, I just respect it, man. I respect filling in that blank and just like having the confidence. I also think what you do that I don't do is, well, at least the clubs that I play at don't lend themselves well to mic work. I'm not scared of the microphone. When I was DJing concerts for the first like 10 years of my career, that's like what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me what you want to hear on Twitter. I got you. You know what I mean? And like having dialogue with that, and like, I don't know. It's just like a different, it almost feels like a different job, honestly. And it's weird seeing the lights turn off and then seeing them turn back on at the end of the night too, you know? And like, I don't know. It also creates a totally different relationship with me for the bartenders, because like I remember talking to them, and like last month they were like, I was like, what song are you totally tired of? They're like, Mr. Brightside. We hear Mr. Brightside 3 times a weekend. We don't want to hear that anymore. It's like, bet, cool. I won't play that. You know what I mean? And the energy that I give to the bartenders then give that back to the crowd. You know what I mean? And I think that's like a really important piece of the triangle. You know what I mean? And shout out to all the bartenders that I've been able to work with. I love every single one of you. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for always taking care of us. Yeah, it's a, do you communicate with the bartenders very often when you're headlining?
Not like in a place that I don't know the people really. Like for the most part, all the downtown spots, all the spots I'm playing, I know at least one bartender from having DJ'd in the same rooms as them for the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Like I know them like that.
Right.
I don't go out of my way to like introduce myself to somebody I don't know, or like, let's say I'm playing in a different city or something. I'm not really like politicking at the bar,
right?
Getting to know the bartenders, which now that we're talking about it and it's coming out of my mouth, like that's a good idea. Honestly, it's a great idea. Yeah,
but like how much of a difference would that make?
Well, any bit of help that you can get from somebody in the room, especially a worker, is very helpful. Like
data points,
servers, if you play a song that you know a server likes and they're turning up, now everyone in their vicinity is turning up as well. It's spreading. Like that definitely helps for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's a great idea. Like next time I go play somewhere, I'll probably go politic with the bartenders. Hey, my buddy Rockwell
wanted me to ask you.
Yeah.
Can I ask you about say you're playing at a gig, what's your normal start time? 10, 12 to 2?
Usually 12, yeah.
Okay. So if you know you have to be dressed, ready to go, like mentally there by 12, what's your like nutrition, your bowel movement situation, your caffeine intake, like how, like what's your plan for that? Because like I have a specific routine, and if I fuck that up, it's not like, it just fucks everything else up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The perfect day for me would be to get a workout in, drink lots of water, definitely make sure that I'm hydrated.
Rehydrating, yeah, for sure.
I have to piss a lot always, and it's like every time I have to piss, it's an emergency. So I'm constantly having to leave the DJ booth to go pee.
I'm surprised you haven't left yet. I mean, we've been going for...
Yeah, honestly.
Good on you.
That just means I didn't drink enough water earlier. I woke up too late. So I got to be hydrated. I'd like to get a workout in, and I'm going to try and eat one good meal that's not like some greasy bullshit that's going to make me feel like shit.
Yeah.
Taking a shit. I definitely don't want to go into a DJ set having to shit. That would be terrible.
Right.
So I'm for sure trying to eat, at least if I got to be at the club at 12, I'm definitely trying to eat at the latest at like 7. You know?
Yeah.
Digest the food, have it go through your body, all that shit, and then you're ready to go.
Yeah. And then do you drink caffeine? Well, I guess.
Always. Yeah. Always, all day.
what's
That's
your-
not really like a factor to me. I
Okay.
don't feel like too much caffeine fucks me up. I don't feel like I gauge that really.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'll sip on a coffee. Once I finish this, I'll get another one.
Yeah,
I'll
hell
drink
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
It doesn't like
Do you drink energy drinks at all? Higher levels of caffeine, like big doses of caffeine? I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like my favorite shit right now is the Neuro Gum.
Oh.
That's how you get all the caffeine at once. That's how you get fucking buzzing.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
You don't drink caffeine?
No, I love caffeine.
Okay.
I Celsius, what's up? Come on, brand ambassador. I applied. What's up?
There you go.
Dude, I would love like the whole energy drink market is something like you were just talking about Red Bull, and like Red Bull like was pivotal in our like as us growing up seeing like holy shit, there's some sweet ass event, it's Red Bull. Oh, okay. Like that brand association we have with Red Bull to just like level of quality, level of polish, and just like how dope the shit is. And like, dude, they sell energy drinks. What do you mean they have the best skateboarding team? Like, what do you like? What like and 3 style? Are you kidding me? For Red Bull? Like what?
Yeah.
I love energy drinks. I love that whole thing.
You want a case of Red Bull? I got you.
Yeah, I do. Hell
I
yeah.
got you.
Give me
What do
give me
you
the
like?
OG.
Sugar free or just regular?
Shit. If you got the sugar free, my wife is gonna shit her pants. In
I got
excitement.
you.
Hell yeah,
you
let's
came-
crack one right now, Logan. Hell
You
yeah.
came with gifts, and I'm gonna bless you back. I'm
That's what
gonna
we do,
send you
man.
away with
DJs.
a gift.
DJs. I love energy drinks. It's a huge part of my thing. I'm also smoking weed all day, every day. So it's like a, I don't know, just like figured it out. Like all like a muscle milk, like a smoothie, and you know, like one of the blended ones, and then a 200 milligram energy drink, and that's like I'm good to go.
You're
Like
ready.
I'm straight. Yeah, and I realized that like liquid works best for me. Like if everything's like already just like if I can get my protein in a liquid, my body responds really well to it. And dude, like I don't know what would be worse if I was DJing and if I like had to use the bathroom, or if I was hungry, or if I was tired. I don't know which one is worse. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely do anything hungry. Like hunger, I don't get like my brother used to be like, I'm getting lightheaded because I haven't eaten. Like I've never really felt that.
I just get mean.
I just want to overindulge on food. Like that's definitely my biggest vice.
Yeah.
Is
Food?
fucking food, bro.
Like what? Like what's a thing you
Oh,
indulge in?
Dude, anything. McDonald's, ice cream, pizza, just overconsumption of like I could eat, my girl could cook me the best meal ever and I'll eat it and it's amazing and it's delicious and I'm fully satisfied. But there's a little voice in my head that's like
McFlurry. Yeah. McFlurry.
and then if you're going anyways, like why wouldn't you get a quarter pounder too? Like fuck it, you're here.
What? Yeah, hell yeah.
You know? Like it's disgusting. But we've talked about peeing now and it's triggered me. I have to pee now.
I figured it was about time.
Yeah, and also I have a dinner at 5 and I got to record this Patreon episode, so we should wrap it. Is there anything else? Any promo you want? Any plugs? Any last question?
I want you can catch me DJing at Emporium this Friday with artist RTST.
my
Eric.
guy.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah. I
Eric.
just watched this episode. Such a great episode. Oh,
Hell
dude, the
yeah.
Patreon cut, the paywall. Oh my god, I ran right into it, man.
Nice.
You're like, so what are you gonna
We got
play? And I
you.
was like, okay, here we go. And this
We got you.
got me, man. So I can't wait to give you $5 a month. So you can catch me at Slippery Slope. That's the most fun place. If you want to dance, if you want to sweat, if you want to get hammered, dark room, it's the shit. It's awesome. All up and down Milwaukee Avenue here in Chicago. I think I just want to shout out my wife. I think she's the reason why I'm here in Chicago.
Fair enough.
She's the reason I'm able to like collect myself. You know what I mean? She's like giving me motivation. I have a lot of stuff going on myself, but I think like what her and I have together is really what brings me the most happiness. And that's just like what I hope anybody can find. You know what I mean? I hope they can find something that, or someone, or a place, or something that just like makes them feel the way that I feel. And I hope everybody gets a chance to feel this. Also, huge shout out to Fullerton Avenue Streetwear Market. Those guys are dope. Slippery Slope, Emporium, The Native, and The Walk-In, all up and down Milwaukee And I want to DJ with you, dude. I want to bring you out to Slippery Slope, and I want to see what it looks like when you don't have a microphone and you got a shitty 900. It's not shitty, a 900 and two 1200s. And
if you got the phase,
fuck
or
no,
if
hell
you can,
no, we're going
you got-
time code, baby.
All
We're
right.
going time code.
If you got
needles.
the needles,
I
if
got
you
'em.
can get, if I can use your shit, I'm in.
What, you
I don't
can't-
have needles in my bag. I
What?
don't own phase.
Me either.
I don't
Me either.
play on records anymore. Like,
It's fun, dude. It's character builder for sure.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in. If
Yeah.
I could use your shit, I'm
Yeah,
down.
I got you.
But also, yeah, I would. I'll bring you out to Liquor Box pending. We had Maximo on Friday, and it was really dope. I want to start doing every week. I want to have a guest with me because I'm getting kind of burnt out over there.
Oh, I can imagine.
And I don't want to feel that. And it would be nice to have a guest and be able to book cool people and have fun. I miss going back and forth with Dolo. Those were my favorite sets ever. It's like 30 minutes each.
Yeah.
He throws down a 6 set and you're feeling inspired. You're feeling charged up. You're like, all right, let's go. My
Watch
turn.
this.
My
Yeah.
turn. Yeah,
Yeah,
watch
yeah, yeah.
this.
I hear
and
that.
then you're going back and forth and you're having fun. So I need to text them about that, but I'm sure they won't give a fuck. So
Yeah. And what else? I don't know. Come buy some weed from me. I'm working at a dispensary in Logan Square, the blue one. I won't say their name, but the blue one.
the blue one.
Yeah, and come say what's up, dude. Thank you. I really, like I said, I you can count how many times I've said this, but like Diamond Cut, your guys's export, everything you guys touch looks so fucking good. It feels so fucking good. It sounds good. You have a very valuable brain that I get a lot of insight from. So to like be on this couch, like really, really, really means a lot. And I just can't thank you guys enough. So thank you.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Thanks for being a great guest. Thanks for having a good convo. And I just found out we're neighbors, so we're definitely gonna have to we're gonna have to kick it.
Yeah, here
Trade
we
some
are,
music.
gentrifying the same neighborhood, baby.
Yeah, let's get these property values up.
Yeah, come on. Hell yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you
Oh,
guys
man,
for
thank
watching.
you.
If you're on YouTube, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel for sure. Algorithm activating activity. Let's go, champ. Shouts to Long Drink, Rendezvous Limousine. If you need a ride in Chicago, rndzlimo.com. They got you covered. And yeah, patreon.com/Party-Strategy. Join the Strat Pack. If you're a real one, you'll free Diamond Cut. You'll sign up for that exclusive tier, $1,000 a month. We'll get this guy out of his day job. You get to pick anything you want. We'll make it. I didn't even ask him if that was cool. I just vouched for him on that, and we're going. Anything you want, $1,000 a month. You can get. You basically just you. I don't want to say you get to be a slave owner, but I'm vouching myself up as a slave to you to free Diamond Cut. That's what I'm providing for you. So if you're a real one, go check that out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.